Hi, I'm Exis, and this is Terra Invicta, where we're playing as the Resistance. And we still got a bit of a way before anyone actually arrives Earth's orbit. And they're going somewhere completely elsewhere. Earth orbit, yeah, they got. This one's going to low Earth orbit. And it's a destroyer, so it's probably a surveillance vessel. Yeah, it's a surveillance destroyer. Chernobog, Sonia, Ceres low orbit. That is very good. Chernobog. They're sending out a lot of ships our way now, though. Lower Rwano. So Chernobog is probably their. Looks like this their kind of main base. We've only got this one that's inbound to Earth. I think we can set an alarm here somewhere. And then we'll be notified when they arrive in orbit. When was that? That's 7th of April. Don't think we can get any ships out to actually intercept it before it arrives. Which of course would be nice. We haven't even finished the space docks, let alone the missile warfare technologies that we need to...
I think we had a breakthrough.
Yeah, we need to repeat and continue.
Securing our interests.
Good. Let's see, we're gonna investigate.
Information is our greatest weapon, bar none. If we know enough about what we're fighting and where, we can win wars before even a single shot has been fired. Commander Fiona Ayawade, data in the shadow of war.
Yeah, so they selected space research, which is not. I would probably have selected cybernetics since we did this augmented reality for it. But the space research is going to be okay. And we directly, that one's good. I'll just favorite that one. So the space research, it leads on to directed space research, space agriculture, medicine, and the mobile space science lab. Now we can put 50% back in here, I think. It's a lot better than one of these, and maybe we can snag it back from them. And they must be having so much research in the academy. And they're up to 32, and we're at 25. Yeah, that's why they all seem to be about 30, don't they? We're lagging a little bit behind in science. As long as we can unlock what we need to unlock. You can see quite a bit here of the world. Average temperature is up to 1.2 degrees. And this of course has an impact in the game as well, global warming. Yeah, we don't need to look there.
I have new information.
We want to keep looking at her.
Mission abort.
That's not nice. And nanotube armor, I think that one's okay to research as well. And we completed the space dock. And if we don't even... This one would give us some kind of... I think this one gives us the crate missiles. Or is that? This is the larger ones. Yeah, this is the larger ones. We don't need that one just yet. Or maybe we already have the crate missiles available actually. Which should mean that we at least have a possibility of building some kind of missile boat. Let's have a look here at the armor. So the composite armor is... Well, we've got the nanotube and we've got the... Yeah, nanotube ones is going to be better, of course. It's actually a lot cheaper on Nobles as well. A little more expensive on volatiles, but that is fine. Yeah, so the nanotube ones here are the ones we want. We can obsolete the composite one, that we don't need that one. Sodium heat sinks. Don't think we need heat sinks for the time being. Molybdenium. No, I don't need that one. I'm gonna go straight for these ones instead. They're a better one there. Now we're gonna be needing that one, but not in the short term. Batteries could be useful. Orbital core is probably the best way to go here. Yeah, I think we go orbital core. Select this project there. And that is fine. We should be able to design ships now. I think we've got enough of everything. If we were to design an escort here, we've only got these chemical rockets. I think the other ones here are quite useless. We can probably obsolete these. The Diana has I think it has more or a higher thrust rating, and this one is more efficient. 5.6. Yeah, it's a lot more efficient. This one also uses volatiles as fuel. We don't have too many of those. This one uses hydrogen as fuel. If we were to grab one of those, there we need to right click it to actually get it down. We only have a power plant that's a fuel cell. And lithium ion batteries, radiators. We don't actually have any nobles coming in, but once Mars is online we do. And it's a lot lighter. We don't actually have a lot of it. I don't think it matters that much. It's 5 tons. And we can see the construction costs here. I think some of these other things use that we don't need heat sinks. We got these two that we can use for missiles. And these are absolutely worthless missiles, but at least there's something that we actually could defend with. Nose weapons, these are utility slots, so we can't really use them. And the best armor we have is boron carbide. You'll start with all of these unlocked. You can see the thickness per point is it goes up, so one point of this one is better than the others. We're not actually mining any volatiles, so we can't really use those, can we? Oh, we just have to. We'll put those in all slots. We don't think we need to armor anything other than the front. They need to survive long enough to actually fire off their missiles. And 900 milligs, yeah, we need some propellant tanks as well. Not that much. Is that fine? 1.5 gigatons. They're actually able to move. They're moving at half a G. They can't go very far, but so they can't actually maneuver. But they should be able to actually go out and intercept something. This, of course, is just can't really have it as a standoff either, I think. Patrol. We'll call them interceptors, that's fine. This has some kind of there we see the roles they have in combat. So this one has a short strategic range and a short engagement range. So they want to get up and close, and these don't have very much maneuvering capability. These missiles, they're basically naval cruise missiles that are designed to work in space instead. Don't think we're gonna want to call this the D'Artagnan. We should probably call it something more fun. I can't really think of anything right now, so we'll call it the Great chaos. And that's after these missiles, of course. They are super early. So we'll just save this design. Yeah, it says that we can't go anywhere with this kind of Delta V. We don't need to go anywhere. We just need to be able to change course, and we've got the thrust to change courses. And we don't have anywhere to actually build them just yet. And we don't really have the mission control to put them up into space either. We can always upgrade that design if we get any new components for it before we start building them. But at least then we have a basic design for our ships.
We still lack support.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep going there. And sooner or later we should actually be able to crack into China. I'm very surprised that we haven't been able to grab a single slot there yet. Samsor, can you help out here too? And you should get a little bit of help from space as well. Why aren't we getting any help from space? Yeah, even if we threw loads of money there, it doesn't really make a difference. I mean, it could be lucky. It could also be very unlucky. Let's see if we need to reduce unrest somewhere again. It is coming up here again in India and in Nepal. Probably in Bangladesh too. And in Vietnam. I think Nepal was the worst one. 4.
We'll make things safe.
Send Samsar off there.
Standing by.
Now we want to... Oh. Did she go underground again?
At your service.
No, we just don't have the...
Tracking target.
Your orders.
Who is Britta? She is the Protectorate. It's only 23% chance. What does the Protectorate have? Is this anything that we can see? We can still... Yeah, we can still corridor diplomacy from them too. And they are working on... Actually working on quite a bit of things here. And nothing that is worth to do anything with. The servants would really like to be able to block that tech from them. I think that's one of their mission techs. That would be good to get out. We can try to steal from her. Can probably spend a little bit of ops here as well. 50%.
No secret is safe from me.
We need to get a little bit more intel on Gina before we can steal from the servants again.
I believe they will stay loyal to the cause.
And that is good. We should probably investigate him after this. Let's run one more time before we do an investigation. Just to see where we're at and how many more times
Mission
we need to
is
run it.
no go.
She is so hard to get there.
Their secrets remain locked up.
Well, that was a shame. Let's see if we can do
Violence
something
is
again there.
abating.
Yeah, we just keep going there. Come on then, Samadarshi. Give us some good news this turn.
We failed to take control.
No, again. No, we just keep at it. And
Where do you need me?
she probably went underground now. That's why we can't find her again. She is a very slippery eel.
We'll see what they're up to.
I also want to see...
Ready for my mission.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of capacity here. Serpent's group. That one would be good to pick up as well. We're not going to be able to though. This is an espionage company. And it's pretty cheap. Cadmius. Would like to have more of these space mining ones as well. There's an 8. But it is for 3, so It's less than 3 per point. We should be able to pick this one up as well. That one would be good. Yeah, we're going to go for espionage anyway. Or not espionage, administration. And that means we get this one, which is better than that one. But if we can... Oh, that's Russia. This one would be a lot better to pick up. Do we have... Yeah, we have the influence for it. We need to drop this one temporarily. But if we drop that one, we should be able to pick this one up. We'll unequip that one. And why can't we? Oh, because you need to have government trait, of course. Yeah, my bad. Could pick this one up instead. But I think we'll pick up this one then. We'll just equip that one again. Yeah, we lost 14 money by trying that. I should have seen that it was a government one, of course. Here we go. That's 2 for 1. Don't think that one's really worth it either. Does increase the economy input though. And within 10 months it will have paid for itself. That could be another one as well. Yeah, maybe. That's a 2% bonus, and we've got a 21% bonus already. It's a little bit more expensive, but once Mars is online, we're going to be positive in everything. And then we just need to balance our economy. I would like to have a little bit more than 2. We do gain a little bit of economy, and we're investing into economy in all of our nations as well, so let's bring that one on board. It's better than having an empty slot. Let's spend a little bit of ops there again. Maybe we can
Reaching
steal
target
this
security.
one. Let's see if Emiliano actually is able to... He flew down here, I think.
I think we had a breakthrough.
That's good. Another critical success. So we do need to investigate Samadarshi next turn. Molten salt heat sinks. Now the question is, I don't think these are the ones we want either. It's I think lithium heat sinks are the ones that we actually want. These are very good heat sinks, but they're not the ones that we want. We can find them if we need them. I think we can actually go in and
Surveillance
the
complete.
sodium ones here as well. Okay, that was the wrong operative we found.
I think I found something.
Oh, we actually managed to steal corridor diplomacy. That was nice. And we also got 30 science. That's perfect. And they're probably not going to be too happy about that. But
Things are cooling off.
keep going there. And they'll manage. Okay, so in Thailand something is happening. We'll have to go and look at that. Probably just abductions or something, no alien activity. We'll pop in there and we'll see what happens.
I am humbled to have been chosen for this once-in-a-lifetime experience. The things they can do up here are simply incredible. Their studies on the long-term effects of microgravity are fascinating, while the strides being made in combustion could revolutionize energy production back on Earth. Chancellor Li Qingzhao comments while visiting the International Space Station.
Yeah, so we managed to pick this slot up again. That is very nice. And let's just see what we are gonna be doing here then. Yeah, okay, so we've got a few options here. We can do cybernetics. This will lead to cybernetic implants. We do have a decent amount of cash to actually put them onto our counselors as well. The next one, energy weapons is something we need to do as well, sooner or later. Industrialization of space would be really good to get this construction module. It would also require us to build a ship so we can actually fly out to, especially when inner planets pop. That would be good to have. Missile warfare doctrine would allow us to actually unlock some missiles that are a little bit better than the ones we have. I think that is a very high contender. And starting to shoot at the aliens is going to be something we need to do very soon. These fuel cells would be nice to pick up as well. I don't think we need those. Space tourism, I guess that one would be okay. Would help us to increase our economy. That's not really what we want to put on these assault teams. Would be nice to have as well. Terrestrial military science is not the one we want to go for though. And we have them under militarization of space, space assault doctrine, and space navies, marine assault units and things like that. But we're going to go with missile warfare doctrine. It's a pretty quick technology. So at least we have it out of the way. We will actually put 60% in here and see if we can keep them from taking... see if we can actually keep this slot for ourselves this time. Because I don't really want to put anything out of these either. We really want to finish these projects. Now we need to send... no, we can't send anyone because we're in the middle of a turn.
We have got our people in place.
Oh, look at this. We finally got our first control point in China. It's only taken a little less than a year. I think 10 months to get a control point in there. We will keep going, of course. And now because we do have the first control point, let's just check the stats here. Now we have a control point in neighbors, and we actually have a control point in here as well. And we've got good popular support. He's got good persuasion here, and we've got some influence because we've got one of these slots. So the more slots we have, the easier it'll be to take them. So now that we are in, the rest should fall into place. We do need to start working on mission control here, ASAP. And we are probably not going to need to spend very much into Unity here. I think Unity is very high in China. Or cohesion. So we can let that drop down. Because we kind of want to get the... and this one up as well. And that is by investment. We want to try to turn China a little bit more democratic than what it is. And China also has a military, which is actually quite good. So we probably want to make sure that we are putting some points into that as well. And they want 34% into spoils. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Or else that's going to start rising. Maybe we do need to put a little bit more. Let's put a little bit more ticks into military and mission control. Don't think we need to finish any of these armies at the moment. Don't think we need to grow the Chinese economy that much. That can be a little bit on the back burner. I think something like that, and then we'll just keep working on it as we do more there.
Standing by for orders.
But that was really good. We do need to send
Reporting in.
Nari off to investigate Samadarshi. Let's spend some up so we don't need to
Investigating target.
do it how many, or
Standing by for orders.
too many times.
Reporting in.
Would really like to find this this other operative that we've been tracking down for so long. I
Investigating
don't think
target.
we're going to be able to do
Where
that.
do you need me?
No, Fru can't go down and do the... Would have liked to send Fru down
Ready
to
to go.
the... Oh, we need to assault the alien assets. Of course we do. Manaus.
Going in hot.
Ready to go.
Someone's found them, so we will track them down and destroy them.
Your orders.
Yeah, maybe you need to... no, we can do this the next turn, I think. No, let's do this right away.
Where
I
to?
think that's more important than tracking down an operative. And I don't think this is... Oh. We've actually got a 50% shot here. Yeah,
Establishing
we're sending
control.
both in and trying to take 2. Let's see how far in we were able to actually get into China there. Confirm those. And China should be able to unify a little bit with
We've got some
Mongolia and
intel
Korea,
on
I
our
think.
target.
Okay, so we've got a score of 25 again, so that's perfect. Then we are back in business. Government favors. Samsur Garai has found government connections to be a very useful asset. It is, as the smartly dressed young woman sipping coffee across the table from Samsur Garai explains, Pakistan's assistance doesn't come for free. Working for the resistance is all well and good, but it would be good for Samsur Garai to remember his patriotic duties. I can't remember, where was he...
Prepping for mission.
Did he come from Pakistan? Oh yes, he did. So if we agree to what they want us to steal some documents, rescue a defector, or sabotage someone's capabilities. Or we lose the government trait, or get him. Yeah, we don't want the third one to happen there. And I don't think we want to lose the government trait either. The Pakistani government has called in his favor for being in the Pakistani government. Yes, we will just agree to do that. We need to sabotage something. And we've finally got the first base on Mars. So how lucky aren't we? Up on a red plain, under a hazy sky, the base commander descended from the landing craft. As we take our first steps on our new world, Armstrong and Gagarin and all the rest are walking with us. We gained loads of science and influence from this. So let's go there. And I think we should probably... Yeah, it's only the outpost core here that's finished, I think. Yeah. I actually put 4 of them down at the same time. Still a little while until this one is done. It's not done until the 7th of January. The fission pile is already online. But now we can see that we've actually got a population on Mars. And if we go out here, we should be able to see that Mars has a total population of 24 at the moment. So this is important for some modules where you need to be over 50,000. But there is people living on Mars now. So we are very happy with that. We can't really do anything here until we could actually get more mining. No, we don't have the mission control ready for grabbing more slots here. Now we can see the other factions are also starting to make their way over to Mars now. We've got 4 solid bases here. So let's start out on that. We should get fission piles on all of these very shortly as well. We sent them up a few days after, so they will be dropping in here under the coming weeks. Yeah, we just want to continue here. Actually, let's see what happened with our research here. Yeah, so we did get a big chunk of that into this, of course. Maybe we can go down to 50% since we do have that big lead.
Target secured.
Yeah, we're gonna need to look this up again and annihilate it again. We didn't get it all.
We still lack support.
That was a
We have
shameful
gained
roll.
significant support.
Okay, we did get the second one, and we gained a little bit of public opinion there too. We are over our cap there now, so we're gonna have to drop nations soon. And you're over here, so you survey this location while you're
Initiating
here.
surveillance.
I'm here.
And unrest is high in Bangladesh. Yeah, we do need to do something about that.
Ready to go. We'll make things safe.
What's the op?
And you were doing what in China? Can't really remember. Let's come back, and I think we do need to run one in Nepal this game. Actually, we'll probably be dropping these now that we're into China. Both of them. We have set them to build mission control and build up the nation, so we can come back to them later on. What we're doing is in
We'll
India
turn down
instead.
the heat.
Where do you need me?
Right, let's no, you can't do that, can you? China doesn't need to be stabilized. We want to cancel this mission. We don't want to drop Bangladesh. We've got 2 mission control coming from there and a third one coming in now. But it is costing us 30. The same thing here. We're getting loads of mission control from Vietnam. Nepal, however, I think that's just that's only 10. But yeah, we're gonna drop Nepal. I think maybe we want to gain a few more control points into China first, though. We don't have that many we can drop. It's only Vietnam, Bangladesh, and Nepal. But actually, we could drop Israel as well. Israel is giving us mostly, well, was giving us boost and some mission control. But I think this one is it's quite expensive to hold on to anyway. That's 20 we can gain from there, and how much can we get from here? That's another 10. And both of these are 30 each. We want to hold on to Singapore if possible. And we're gonna need a lot more for all of this in China. How much are we? We're making loads of influence. We can afford to be a little bit over, but it does make it easier for other people to take it from us. And let's just split our priorities up here. So we are doing the same thing. As we gain more and more of China, we should be able to gain more and more of this mission control. Yeah, the mission control is only on the last 2 spots at the moment. If we have to drop everything but China and India, I think that's a sacrifice where we have to be willing to make as well. We're gaining so much mission control out of China or India that we can't drop that. And I think Singapore is on track here as well. And we're making so much boost out of Singapore that we really don't want to lose that. But it's only 1 mission control and we can always get it back again later. And I think that's our setup that we're running here.
Setting a watch.
We're going to find more xenoflora there to exterminate since we did manage to grab it all. I wonder what they're going to do here, because they're just...
Things are cooling off.
Even the American high militech armies here aren't actually able to...
We were unable to
Take
increase
Iran.
security.
For that matter, Russia isn't able to take Ukraine either, so... And no one's actually making any kind of peace here. Exodus and Humanity First should be able to make peace. Yeah, you failed your mission. Oh yeah, we're reducing it in Bangladesh here anyway. But we are getting a lot of mission control out of that.
Support.
Yeah, so now we're starting to get really much over cap. We really need to drop some nations here now. And we just keep going.
Our supporters are in place.
And we got the 4th one as well. And that is really good. And now we're actually negative here on influence. This is costing us 23 influence a day. So we do need to fix this. We've got 2 more armies under our control. So Nepal, yeah, you're the first one to go. It's just not worth it. It would otherwise be worth it to keep holding on to it because it's a neighbor here. It will make it easier to take the other 2 points. And we do want to defend our interests there again. Question here now is, do we want to drop Israel, Bangladesh, or Vietnam? We don't want to drop Vietnam yet. That's 4 mission control.
Ready to go.
And it's
Ready for my
Emiliano.
mission.
Let's move you over to India instead.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Because I
Ready.
think we do need to drop Bangladesh. We can keep working on mission control here though. And we will come back to them in the future. Once we have the cap for it. And now we're at almost positive. Yeah, I think we do need to drop Vietnam as well. Which sucks because it's a lot of mission control. That we're not really using it at the moment though, so. There we go, and we can't really drop anything else because we need the mission control. Even Israel does have 2 mission control there. Singapore has only got 1. And this one's also an expensive one, isn't it? Yeah, they're both 20. Let's see, we might have to drop them both once we get China. I think it's still going to be worth it though. You need to
We are going in.
keep exterminating the Xenoflora. We got some experience to spend here. So we got crew. We would really need to get our security up in all of our characters as well. But I think administration is going to be key here. Actually, persuasion might be one as well. Yeah, because persuasion also increased the command cap, didn't it? Persuasion, command, and an administration. No, we'll get some more admin here. And that allows us to actually, yeah, this is okay. And we get another security. The question is, who do we want it on? Our inspector here, we could increase, yeah, we don't want to increase investigation, that doesn't help us, does it? We do need to get more administration, and he can have the security one. He is likely to be a target anyway. I thought we had one more, but no. We do we have any? Yeah, we've got that crappy org that's unassigned. That is fine. And then we've all got missions. So let's just copy our template over to the other ones. We're kind of crashing the economy here a little bit, but this to make the command points a little bit cheaper. And we're still getting what we need out of it, so we really need to build more of this mission control. We're putting, this is monthly, isn't it? We're putting, no, that's the current amount. And we're putting 18% of 32. So about 20% of 32, or 6 points into this every month. It'll take some time to actually build up mission control in China. Yeah, and they're expanding the aliens. And we should soon get our first, yeah, there we got our first mining base, I think. That's a fishing pile, okay. And the mining base should be arriving here shortly as well. So government favors. Pakistan has transmitted details of its mission for Samsur Garai. The mission is to directly sabotage the strategic capabilities of Israel in order to weaken its geopolitical position. Samsur Garai has been given a fairly wide latitude on how exactly this mission should be accomplished. So we can hamper their economic growth, we can hamper their launch facilities. Does he gain gains experience for all of them? And if he fails, he gets detained. That kind of sucks. sabotage and military technology. Or remove a nuclear weapon. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Actually, how many nuclear weapons does... Because we probably have to drop Israel anyway. And they've only got one nuclear warhead. Actually, getting rid of it wouldn't be too bad of an idea. So let's do that. And we actually managed to remove the nuclear warhead from Israel. That means that when we abandon them, there's one less nuke that the enemies can use, and they gain experience. Let's just spend that experience right away. It won't become active until the next turn, but that way we won't forget. He's got 32 now. And I think we're just going to grab this last point of command. Since command gave us a little bit of gap here anyway. I thought we were at above 300 before. At the cap, I thought we could have that 320 or 340 a little while ago. Must have been over 200, of course.
Order is returning.
Yeah, we were at 200.
Our efforts didn't have any effect.
Yeah, we need to keep going there. Now we go, we've got the first mining complex up and running. This means that we are now positive in all of our space resources. And we just need to wait until we've got a little bit more.
Good guys.
Okay. So we still need a little bit more here. We've got a few that are finishing here soon.
We've got our people in place.
One more in China. So yeah, we're gonna have to leave Israel and be one above our cap, I think. No, we don't need to do
We're
that.
taking over.
No, we've got all of China. So yeah, we really need to leave a few more countries there now. We can probably do that right away. So and we're still at 14, that is good. We've already abandoned both of these, I think, and that's Singapore, leaves us with Singapore. Singapore is just one mission control, but it is expensive. So we're giving up most of our boost now, which of course kind of sucks. But we do have our space economy going already. So as long as we can keep that going, it's fine, and we can always come back to Singapore if needed. And that is another 20 we will gain back there. I think it's worth to try and hold both India and China. I think this is what we do. We are massively over our cap. Augmented combat training. Okay, that one is a good one to get done. Okay, so they are trying to purge us out of India and in China. Everyone's trying to take things from us now.
Home is wherever you lay your head, it is said. If only this were true. Home, as far too many of us know, is only where no one is trying to destroy all that you hold dear. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee to the BBC.
Okay, so they finished settlement hubs. This one is good for us as well. It'll make it more our space assets more efficient, as we can upgrade them to the next level. And space agriculture is good as well, because once we go to the tier 2 ones, it's actually worth to start putting farms and things on the space assets to reduce their upkeep cost. Okay, and we got 2 more armies under our control. I think if we go to nations here, just check that, yeah, we've only got these 2, China and India. Our support is actually going down in India. That's probably because we're not doing anything into Unity, which is what we usually do, but we want this to drop a little bit. And we want to reset our priorities. So mission control is a very high priority for us here to actually get China up and running to be as useful as all these nations that we have dropped. And we do need to spend maybe not quite this much into welfare there. do need to spend a decent amount into military as well here, I think. So that we keep this high military level. And we're doing okay here in India as well for military. And I think the same thing here. We need to prioritize. We do need some funding in China too as well, I think. Or how are we doing for? Are we doing okay for money? We can invest everything into China for the moment. I think this one doesn't actually show us how much we do need to put into welfare. But we are slowly crawling out of the authoritarian hole here. And the same thing goes for India. We've been working very hard on this. And maybe we don't need to spend as much into unity here either. Unity does make democracy go down. I can probably spend 2 points into unity there as well. Just so we get a little bit. And we should have navies on a couple of these. Yeah, we've got at least 2 navies. Plus the one in India, so we've got 3 armies that we can send anywhere in the world. That is nice. We do need to...
Acknowledged. Where do you need me?
No.
I'm
You
here.
should be able to. We want to defend our interests in China, of course.
Securing our control.
That is very
At your
important.
service.
Standing by for
Samsor
orders.
needs to... No. Where you are. Because you haven't been able to get it all
Surveilling
out of
target
there.
area.
So we want to track down and destroy all this xenoflora that we can. Samadarshi, what do we do with you now? You can increase 100. You can't really do very much of use, can you? Yeah, we want to increase our public opinion in both China and...
I will try to sway the public.
Ready for my mission.
It should be easier now that we have full
We'll
control
make
of the
our
nation.
appeal.
It does suck to really, especially Vietnam and Bangladesh really hurt us here. A lot of mission control that we lost. So much for this alien ship is going to arrive here any second now too. Yeah, that's good. Now we can upgrade our ships.
Making
Our ship
things safe
design.
for our people.
Yeah.
Initiating recon.
There's going to be another alien station here too. And we found the xenoflora there. Or alien life forms.
Do not seek to be the elephant. Become instead the mosquito, which pierces its mighty hide, which laces its blood with disease, and which cannot be swatted away by its feeble tail. Colonel Hans Castillo, 5 moves ahead.
Okay, so we managed to complete Missile Warfare Doctrine. Kinetics would also be a decent one to pick up. Question is if we want to go for military or independence movements or cybernetics next up here. Don't think we've got any other ones here that are really useful to us. Cybernetics would be good for all of our operatives there, but I think we probably need to get started on industrialization of space. That is an important one. 50%. We'll probably do 33% because we need to start getting a few of these other ones actually done here. Okay, we'll finish the next one here in a turn. So we completed orbital course. That allows us to upgrade all of our stations, and we can unlock better arrays or better modules. I think we need corridor diplomacy. That increases our control cap by 10. We're going to put some decent amount of research into this, I think. 10th of March. Yeah, we need it sooner rather than later. The more we are above the cap, the worse it is for us. But that's going to be everything for today. So thank you very much for watching. Take care and see you next time.